Hey, it's your girl Faye, and welcome to the first episode of FayWhat. It's crazy. Today is September 11th, 2019, and it's a day that will live forever in everyone's hearts as a horrible day that happened 18 years ago. 18 years ago today, on a beautiful, beautiful morning, some people said goodbye to their families for the very last time. Some people went to work and never came back. And the lives of so many different people changed completely in the blink of an eye. It was a day that we were attacked. We were attacked as people, as Americans, as people who love their country. I remember that day. I'll never forget that day. We lost over 2,000 people, and we all felt it in our hearts and our souls. I'm a girl from Jersey, just a plain old girl from Jersey that would just love to look at the New York skyline at night. And those two towers, they made up the incredible skyline that I love to look at. And after September 11th, 2001, they were no more. Where were you on that day? What were you doing? I know that each and every one of you remembers where you were that day. It's just one of those days that's completely burnt into our memories. I remember that people were nicer after. I remember that people went out and found the cause that they felt powerful about and stood behind it. I remember that I had friends that just felt that they had to join the military and fight for their country because that was what called them after 9/11. 9/11 was a day that changed the lives of many. I'll never forget that day. I was on the radio here in Miami at Y100, and I remember that first plane hitting the first tower. And I recall saying to our audience something along the lines as like, oh, that pilot has to be drunk. I wish that was the case. I wish that would be the story that we would tell our kids. But no, unfortunately, I was wrong. We were attacked that day. And I'll never forget the look on the people's faces as they were running away from the buildings. The look of fear, the look of fear of the unknown. We didn't know if we were being attacked or if from all sides. We didn't know what to come next, especially after the Pentagon. It was crazy. I was on the air at Y100 trying to just tell our listeners that we weren't next because, like true Latinos, we were totally thinking that Miami was the next target. We were not, thank goodness. But I recall being on the air and just worried about my family back home in Jersey. My cousin is an FBI agent, and her offices were near World Trade One, I believe. And I remember just thinking to myself, oh my God, something's wrong, something's happened. I've lost her. And I could not get through to her. I was calling her a million times in between breaks. She finally was able to call me back on a different line. And I felt like I had won the lottery that day, but at the same time, my heart sank because I knew that many would not get the same call that I did. Everything changed that day. A lot of people got softer. A lot of people got meaner. It's a day that will forever be in history as a day of loss. But it was also a day of community. People came together and started helping one another like good neighbors should. So it's one of the many things that I have gone through in my 40 plus years on this earth. I've done some good things. I've done some bad things. More bad things than good things. Maybe my experiences will help somebody else. And because of that, I decided to start this video blog, and it's just so perfect that today's the day that we're starting it. It won't all be this somber. It will be informative and fun. I'll take you along on my experiences, and maybe you won't make the same mistakes that I made. Or maybe you'll just learn something about yourself while watching one of our videos. Whatever it is, I am so excited that we're going on this journey together. And I have a feeling that we're going to have an amazing friendship from this day forward. So subscribe. Tell your friends all about it, because you never know what we're going to talk about on FayWhat. See you soon.
FayWhat!
FayWhat!